talking up Oxygen's defense a good bit as the top defense in Europe, but they have just as much offense, and that guy right there is exactly who this offense runs through. Astral picks up the first goal.
And that is not a good sign if you're a fan of Dignitas. Seeing Astral get a flip reset and also finding a good
move on, but then Top Blokes hung around at the end of that game 3. They scored that 0-second goal, and then it took Dignitas a while to get going. But they respond pretty quickly here with an apparently Jack goal.
Yeah, and this is a really good response as well. This is what we look for out of the Dignitas roster, is clean, very elegant-like passes that transitions from defense to offense. You saw being the assist, I would say, mastermind behind this Dignitas roster. He was assisting and passing nearly every single time. This is almost another free goal given up right to Dignitas.
Farah pre-jumps it, and he got burned.
Oh my goodness.
He jumped right before Jack threw that ball down. Dignitas, a little scary on that one, trying to get back to the rebound, and Oxygen have held on to this ball, and Astral flies right through Violent Panda for another goal.
And it's always coming down to Astral, and this time, instead of the flip reset, he just uses the ceiling to pass to himself, get extra midfield presence. I would say Oxygen have a little bit more of an upper hand, but it has been so close, and you can see that when Oxygen do look solid, sometimes you get a Dignitas counterattack. This time, you get an Oxygen goal.
And there might not be a lot of faith in chat for Oxygen, but picking up this goal is huge to start the match for. Goal for Dignitas. Oxygen somehow keep the ball out, and apparently Jack gives Dignitas one more chance. Ground hop air dribble into the net. No!
Are in skill, apparently Jack, another crossbar hit. They just can't find the mark.
Here comes Farah though, across the other side, and it just falls into the net. Oxygen get there first.
Oh, and it's all about the bump plays from Farah, notably one of the most aggressive players on this Oxygen team. Doesn't go for the air dribble, instead decides to take out Jorius. Astral, he can set himself up. He doesn't need to rely on Shawset and Farah. That's what happened in the first game, and Jorius, he can do it as well. Let's just set ourselves up, go for the solo plays. They don't even need their teammates, Jorby.
Nope, they don't. Jorius just beats Farah so clean. Farah, you're in a tough spot on that spot of the field. Earlier, mentioning Shawset keeping Oxygen off of defense. And Shawset just gonna straight up win the ball, and Oxygen get a freebie back to Farah, but I say freebie, Shawset had to work a little bit. That was a nice cut, and then beat against Violent Panda. It was shades of old Shawset there, where he just seemed to beat, and Farah gets the second touch. Didn't quite have the read on the rebound, Turtle. And Dignitas have the shot again, and everything is getting behind the third man on both sides. Jory is another goal.
Oh, and it's all about the counterattack still for Dignitas. They started their own half. Apparently, Jack, a really good touch there to control it, get the dish out into the midfield. Jorius has an easy cleanup.
It's a little bit of trickery to get by the defender, but they're constantly forced laterally, or they're constantly forced to go lateral. And a pinch is what it takes for Dignitas to take the lead, and I don't understand what the goals are in this game. Every single goal has just been a shot from either the midfield line, just beyond the midfield line, and it's just going into the net. Nobody letting the ball in the back of the net, but Oxygen are still controlling the game despite being down. They need a goal. Control doesn't mean anything unless you blow right through the defense. Exactly what they do, and Farah ties the game.
And it seems like they swap positions. This time it's Astral getting the demo on apparently Jack. Farah just has to win the challenge. And even if that's not on target, you've got Shawset or get a demo and throw this Dignitas defense off. There's the demo. Now let's see what Astral does by himself. Maybe a flip reset. Of course, he's going to get it and sink this into the back of the net yet again, Jorby.
Almost never will you make a save when Astral has this much space and Violent Panda is locked onto the ground. Perfect execution for Astral to give up. Oxygen can't quite get a breakout yet, and this is the best look for Dignitas we've had so far. Violent Panda scores the first here for Dignitas off of what was a whiff. Apparently Jack was going for the read, and, well, he just pulls off to let Violent Panda take that one. The or, where apparently Jack was going to go with that ball. They get away with it, though. Shawset try to get the clear. Dignitas snipe it, and that's a 2-goal lead with Jorius picking it up. This felt like it was a snowball that would eventually lead to a Dignitas goal, and that touch by Shawset right into Jorius on the rotation. See if Dignitas can keep this going. This is looking pretty good so far. But Chaussette, nice cut, and it's off. Jorius can't get there. Astral commits, and he converts the next goal, splitting the lead in half. Astral coming up big time, but that touch from Farah, crucial. Chaussette, Jorius thought it was going to be on target. The very fact that it wasn't, have you back, and Oxygen have woken up after the opening 3 minutes. And Jorius able to get the kick out to apparently Jack, and it's open again. This is happening way too often for Oxygen. They might be up 2-0 in the match, but if this keeps happening, it's not going to be a lead for long.
And you can see Farah was actually trying to rotate back, but Dignitas caught him aggressive. Farah has been. He's basically staying in their half, and if you can take him out, then you basically got a free setup. But look at Jack. This has been a 1v1 performance from everybody on the pitch, Jorby.
And that's that play right there. Apparently Jack has been going for that all match, but he's been finally he's able to break through, and look what it's netted Dignitas.
It's
netted them 5 goals. The 50s have flipped in favor of Dignitas, and they got 5.
Oh, you've got to mention the challenges. There's been so many fakes in the air. Apparently Jack just did the same thing that Jorius put on display here, was winning a 50 that sets up a better opportunity.
And Oxygen, well, it's going to be real hard. And Astral's going to try to pick up a goal. They do sneak that one in. That's the second goal, but Dignitas still have this one in hand for now.
Oh my goodness, Astral almost did that all himself off the backboard. He's just playing ping pong with himself, and then
it's just a formality until the ball touches the ground, and we move to game 4. Dignitas take their first game in the match, and we will go to at least 5, if not more, in this game. Dignitas 1. Don't let Oxygen just stay in the orange half for as long as they want. Another shot, and it's a good one from apparently Jack, who's really starting to heat up in the match. He picks up another goal off of a great challenge from Jorius. Farah just could not find a handle on that ball, and the defensive struggles are starting. You start to beat Oxygen to some of these balls. Farah muscles up. Astral can't get the bump, and Violet Panda makes the save, but it's not over. Chaussette misses. Astral will score off the miss, and Oxygen collects.
Now this is actually quite an interesting one, because Chaussette kind of rushed here. He was playing support for Farah and just makes the snap decision to hop up, and him missing is the best thing that could have actually happened. Dignitas was just wide, able to sneak that one around a couple defenders, but not able to get it in frame. And maybe on the counterattack, Astral can't reach it. 2-1 Dignitas. Apparently Jack gonna make him pay.
Oh my, Astral was hoping that midfield boost would spawn, or apparently Jack would carry it up the wall. Instead, it bounces straight back the next save, and Chaussette follows it up. But that follow-up was only right into Jorius' bumper, and he dunks him! Oh, Jorius gets the third goal for Dignitas.
Wow, hello, Jorius. That's quite a recovery off the ceiling there, and maybe a little fortunate the ball got clear.
On offense, those Astral solo efforts that were part of like Dignitas' awkward rotations on defense. Oxygen have struggled, but they do get one back here with Chaussette.
This is great control from Farah up the midfield. He's got a little extra space because Jorius needed to go back and grab some boost. He's able to hop back to that ball and kick it out straight to...
Dignitas don't need to score. They just need to put the ball on the ground. Astral can't hang on to it. And Dignitas one high. Jorius in the air, can't find a touch.
Oh,
Farah,
might have got
long
him.
Ball, Chaussette, clean, and Oxygen with 2 seconds remaining have a lead.
Dignitas, what were you thinking? Did you all believe Jorius really had that? What? It's not bad to have one of you commit to it, but both of you, ooh, that one's ugly, and they get punished.
That one certainly hurts for Dignitas. Do they have someone on the kickoff? They went for the fake, and that was a perfect touch from Jack to Jorius, and Jack missed the ball! Oh, and Oxygen! I'm gonna get back to this touch, and had apparently Jack stopped driving, he might have had a shot on net, but he was not sure how that challenge was gonna go! Astral gets bumped to the sky, and Jorius gets the first goal for Dignitas!
Really didn't think Jorius had much here. Astral was all over this. And, he just clipped him. Astral actually beat him to the ball, but right...
Jorius, now he's got control. He kicks Violet Panda out of the way, and then Farah, the follow-up man, got kicked out by apparently Jack, who scores on the turnaround!
Wow.
And Dignitas up by 2!
Apparently, Jack, hello. Jorius, long clear. Again, you've seen a lot of these back and forth, but Chaussette's the only one back who can do anything, and he was try as they might, couldn't break him down. And Dignitas really did earn the win here, I think.
Absolutely. Game 7. For for Oxygen.
Oh, that was the one. Astral finally with a little space to work with, but it's a tight angle to hit. The demo comes through. Violet Panda just make sure dead red is the way to go. 1-0 Dignitas with time to work with. Shawset can't fight the ball out of the corner because he's got to find a clear, and he is just...
Still gets kicked out of the way again.
Nice
Shot
with the
set.
demo.
First touch. Demo opens it up, but he slip reset. The shot denied again